And I'm hella young. They call me Zombie Ray.
Next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is a fight between the little guys, G. One of the best fights out right now. Vasyl Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. And what we're discussing is the fact that there is no rematch clause for Vasyl Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. And so in an interview, Lopez stated to during an appearance on the Ark and Barack show on the Zone, the unbeaten Brooklyn native hinted that he knew why there would be no guaranteed second bout without going into particular detail. Teofimo Lopez said, there ain't no rematch clause, and I know why, Lopez says, but it is what it is. And so, fellas, what are your thoughts on Vasyl Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez not having a rematch clause, and your reaction to Teofimo Lopez saying he knows why, but it is what it is? I'm going to send this one over to the man who champs for the little guys, Trill Dollar Bill.
You already. It's concerning. It's concerning. For one, this could just be, good business on Bob's part. Bob probably made up this thing because we was talking off camera, and Kanan mentioned something about it's a win-win for Bob, and Bob gets to control the narrative after this. He gets to choose where the new pay-per-view star will be doing next, and I totally agree with that. And another way it makes me think is that's why Teofimo Lopez says he knows what it is. He knows the cards are stacked against him. And he knows if he goes into a decision with the great Lomachenko, most likely they're going to give the nod to a Lomachenko. So he knows that he has to go in there, he has to knock out Lomachenko. And that's in the back of my head. That's what I think he was prepared to. And that's what I think everybody who was thinking of Lopez winning was thinking, that in order for him to win, he's going to have to knock out Lomachenko. And him saying that it is what it is basically what it is. He know what it is. It's like, if he goes the distance, they're going to try to give it to Lomachenko, and they ain't going to be able to run it back no matter what people say. But if he wins by knockout, then he puts his whole future in his hands. So I look at it at this. Just can't wait to see the fight. I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I'm gonna have butterflies and everything. I'm not even gonna be able to sit there and watch the fight. I'm gonna be standing the whole time, throwing punches.
All right, G.
All right, see, y'all calling me disrespectful, but the person that's really disrespectful is Bob Arum, and because he disrespected his franchise champion. Because now I got two answers, and I like what Trill's saying. So I'm going to answer first as G, and then second as Conspiracy G. So G is saying, yeah, you know what?
Look at that. You saw that face.
No, listen,
G always playing the fence, man.
I'm not even playing. I'm going to keep it like that. Either which way, Bob is messing up. And one, because this is me speaking, Bob slacking in his Mac, right? Because it's like, what happens if, in fact, Teofimo beats Lomachenko, right? Now, Lomachenko, to me, should be the pay-per-view star. He has the name. Everyone respects him. He's known in boxing, arguably pound for pound. There's so many accolades behind a dude like a Lomachenko that you will want him to be the winner, right? So then now it's kind of like you're not going to provide a rematch clause for the dude that's holding down not just top rank, but even ESPN boxing. That's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. But now the conspiracy in me is saying, yo, the fix is in. They want Teofimo to lose. You know what I mean? And that's the only way I could see Bob being like, yo, we don't need no rematch clause, because you're going to give the decision to Loma. And if that's the case, then that's corruption. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I get it. I be cracking jokes sometimes about the little dudes. But those are the few little guys that I love to see. Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez. I like to see Tank. I like to see Devin feel like I'm missing
You
something.
gonna name every little guy and then say you don't like the little guys? That's
those are the only little guys I like. I'm be honest. Those are the only little guys when they fight. I'm like, I gotta tune in. So it just makes me wonder. Like
AJ, Tyson Fury,
I
Deontay.
don't like the heavyweights. I just like AJ, Tyson Fury, Dillian White, Alexander Povetkin, Andy Ruiz,
Deontay
Deontay
Wilder.
Wilder.
all I'm saying is this, yo. Listen, all I'm saying is this. Hey, I didn't call them ants. Chisora did. You know what I mean? To me, it just seems so odd. Like you got to think in your back of your mind, like, the fix is in. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel what Trill's saying. Like, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, bruh, Bob, you cool with not giving Lomachenko a rematch clause with a dude that could take his head off? Unless y'all are like, oh, don't worry. You got this. Just survive. You know what I'm saying? As long as you survive,
You're going to steal this one.
corruption. I'm calling corruption. You know what I mean?
Corruption.
Yeah. They're bringing my man to the fire. You know what I mean? Whatever that. You're not a fireman. You know what I mean?
All right, Ned.
Man, I disagree with G. Both G's, conspiracy. I didn't even hear the first G. I just got hogwash.
You threw it out the first G.
Yo, listen. Teofimo saw the contract before he accepted the fight. So he knew there was no rematch clause in the fight, and he still accepted the fight. So Teofimo knows he wanted this tough fight. He wanted the tough fights. He got this fight, and he just got to go all out. He got to be the best fighter out there if he wants to win. And if not, he knows Loma's no slouch. So Teofimo, this is his challenge. This is his step up. He's a young fighter. He's 23. And even if he loses or wins, it's not going to be the last time he sees Loma, I think. They're in the same
But Ned, there's no rematch clause for Loma either.
Yeah. I don't think Loma's worried either. So, but if it's a great fight, then I think the fighters would run it back.
Champions. Think about this. 2 champions.
Yes.
Right? Remember, like, with the exception of the WBC belt, every other belt's on the line.
Yeah.
And there's no rematch clause. That doesn't seem odd to you?
Hey, man.
Exactly.
I didn't know that part of the detail, but it does seem crazy. It sounds crazy, but your man Teofimo Lopez agreed to the fight. All right? So it seems like he's confident in himself that he might pull up the victory in this match.
Teofimo Lopez would have agreed that you can have Lomachenko being there with a lion at the same time. How bad he wanted this fight. He would have agreed to anything. You know what I'm saying? And besides, the A side is Lomachenko. So he got to agree with basically, a lot.
One more thing. I want to say this. Teofimo, a couple months earlier, we reported it, like, when he was in his garage working out, and he was pissed off that he wasn't getting the fights. But this fight was in the making. Like, he was like, they're blackballing me. This guy doesn't want to fight Devin Haney.
No one was blackballing him.
Well, he was saying they don't want to give him the fights or whatever.
No one wants to give him the fights.
What did he say?
Y'all saying I'm
scared. Wasn't listening what Teofimo was saying.
All right.
Like, yo, I don't need to fight Devin Haney because I didn't need to do that little tournament that they wanted me to do because I have a fight with Lomachenko.
It's so long ago, like, it's like drifting out my head. So sorry about this. Thank you. That's why I got the boxing big bros here to hold me down. But yeah, hey, Teo know what he's getting into, so don't worry about Teo. He know what he's doing. Teo got this, or he don't got this, but Teo signed the contract.
But my argument wasn't Teo, bro. My argument is Loma.
Loma's not worried either.
Rematch clause, bro.
Loma's not worried. I show you that they're not worried. The fighters are confident in themselves that they both either one's gonna pull out the W. So,
for me, it's like, to quote Martin Lawrence when he was in national security. What the problem is? What the problem is? I don't know what the problem is. Because Teofimo Lopez wanted this fight. He got this fight. He wanted this fight. He got this fight. He called out Loma. He said he can beat Loma. He got the fight. Lomachenko took the fight. And not only did he take the fight, he took less money to make sure that the fight happens. He took less money to give to Lopez. He said, oh, it was a problem? Here, take this, give it to him. And so now there's no rematch clause. It could mean one of a few things. It could mean Vasyl Lomachenko's so confident he doesn't want a rematch. He doesn't feel like he needs one. I mean, after all, he did take money from his account and deposit it into Teofimo Lopez's account. Those are the type of actions you make when you're like, bring them on. I've been in that position where someone's barking and I'm like, I'm trying not to, but it's like, okay, you want the smoke, now you got it. His actions seem to me like that's what he's saying. So it could just be that, right? It could be the fix is in. We all know that Vasyl Lomachenko's the A side. We know this. If you don't know, now you know. Vasyl Lomachenko is the A side. So if there's a close fight, odds are he's going to get the decision. Now, if people are saying or implying that the fix is in because there's no rematch clause, if this fight goes the distance, they're automatically going to give the decision to Vasyl Lomachenko. I would like to take you back to a fight, a top-ranked fight, where the A side didn't get the decision. And it shocked America. It shocked the world. Manny Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley. Everyone would say the same thing. Oh, the A side. Oh, the A side. The A side is going to get the decision. The A side is going to get the decision. Well, it didn't happen. Timothy Bradley got the decision. To the dismay of a lot of people who wanted to see Pacquiao Mayweather. But Timothy Bradley got the decision. So does this necessarily mean that Teofimo Lopez will get robbed if he wins and then they go to the scorecards? No. I.e., Manny Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley. However, in the history of boxing, does the A side tend to get the nod in the big fights? Absolutely. Absolutely. Bob Arum doesn't care who wins this fight because he manages both fighters. So to him, it's a win-win. He also doesn't want to lock him into a rematch clause because there's Devin Haney out there, there's Tank out there, there's other big fights out there that he might be able to make that would be more intriguing. Ryan Garcia. So why just automatically lock them in with one another? Sure. What if this fight's a dud? What if one of them just wins in one-sided fashion? Who the hell's going to want to see the rematch? A rematch clause wasn't always a thing. It wasn't always a thing. Sometimes you just had to fight, and you had to fight your ass off to win because you weren't going to get another shot until God knows when. Salute to these guys. All this is telling me is that these dudes are the warriors that I thought they were. They're working it out with money. They're working it out with venue. They don't give a damn about a rematch clause. Salute. What the problem is?
I feel like they robbing my man Teofimo, man. I don't care.
How? How do you know that?
Yo, I feel like the fix is in. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Teofimo gotta go for the, like, he gotta take
it might be, but we won't know until we see it.
Fight, man. You don't know how he gonna come into this fight. Yo, he been training hard.
Bob Arum is willing to throw away his cash cow. Like, and he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
Do you not remember Pacquiao versus Bradley?
Man, listen.
Do you not remember that?
I'm trying to maintain the peace in these streets, so I don't want to give my opinion about that fight. But I'm gonna say this:
you will maintain the peace in the streets. Now, go ahead, G. No, Conspiracy G, go ahead. Let it let.
Conspiracy G, get out here, yo.
G, go ahead.
Talk your mess, Conspiracy G.
1,000% G. I don't watch that fight probably 5 times in my life. Timothy Bradley won that fight. I'm a stand by that. It is what it is. I understand.
Okay.
My life. But
there's no beef.
That fight.
There's no beef. That's not the argument though. The argument is if they were trying to save the cash cow, wouldn't they have given it to Pacquiao?
Well,
because with Pacquiao, I think they understand like, you could do a 3P, a 4P. You could do so much with Pacquiao to keep generating the money. That's like the Pacquiao formula back then with Top Rank. So it was like, if you lose, who cares? Run it back. They ran it back. Remember, he had 3 fights with Timothy Bradley. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they're clearly not doing that with Lomachenko talking about no rematch clause. Since when? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, yo, this is a new Bob. You know what I mean? Either Bob slacking and smacking, or the fix is in. T.O., you got to shoot this dude in the ring, bro. You got to do something to, like, win for real. Knock him out clean. That's the only way you getting that dub. And that, to me, is, like, not fair. And I get what y'all are saying, but remember, Teofimo's taking a short just to fight during this time. He's taking mean shorts. You know what I mean? Both men are taking shorts, but it's not necessarily a short on Loma's side because at least Loma got the judges, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. It ain't right.
Trill, look like you got something to say?
I'm shocked Trill, the commissioner, not agreeing with me, man.
No, I hear everything you're saying. I also heard everything that Kaden was saying also. Everybody's making valid points. I look at it like this too with the Manny Pacquiao. Manny learned from that too. He makes sure that he makes sure he gets those rematch clauses in there.
That's what I'm saying.
he made especially after that loss. I remember Bob losing his mind. Bob forgot that Timothy was on his stable. he was treating Timothy like he was a PBC fighter. He was like, Timothy walked over to Bob to give him a hug. Bob mushed him. Yo. He was like, you didn't win. He was like, Timothy told me Pacquiao won, you know? He forgot that Timothy was one of his fighters also and made Timothy go back in there fast to go in there and fight him. I don't know. Both guys are warriors. That is true. Lomachenko did take from his own bag to give to Lopez to make this fight happen. So it shows that he wasn't scared and he wasn't ducking. I just believe that skill set wise, Teofimo Lopez needs to knock out a Lomachenko, even if it goes to the distance. Even though we done seen, once in a blue, a Pacquiao situation happens where we expect, you know what I'm saying, the A side to win and the other guy pulls it off. It happened to Pacquiao twice. With the, you know what I'm saying? Happened with Pacquiao twice, with Timothy and with Horn. You know, so you expect the A side to win, but you know the other guy gets the nod. Most like Kaden was saying, most often the A side gets the nod, and I think that if it comes down to a close fight, I'm with G. I honestly believe that they would try to tip it more for a Lomachenko, but hopefully they don't. Hopefully they play it fair. But I know Teofimo Lopez. He done said it before. He needs to come out here. He know he needs to win by impressive fashion. He needs to go for the knockout.
All right, that's you, bro. Take us home.
Let us know what you think. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. Also, check out our podcast on all major streaming services. I'm Trill Dollar Bill. That's the TBE. Ned. That's G. That's Kaden. We are the MFBB. Boxing Bros.
Catch me creeping down the dark street. This is where me and the zombies meet. Guarantee we all gonna eat. It's Zombie Ray again with HD. I'm a zombie in the night, you better run from me. Zombie Ray in the house, you better run, homie. Brought a mask and some gloves with some thugs with me. I came to do damage, you wanna purge with me. Super Saiyan zombie, I'll be